Welcome to 10th chapter of Metaphysical Art of War. This is mainly on the talk about absolute, man's eternal quest about the absolute. Actually, man lives throughout his life for happiness, for success. He thinks that if he gets good female, good wife, he will be successful. He gets good car, new car, big house, and all the modern inventions by science. He will be successful and he will be happy. But later on, in due course of time, he finds that he is not happy. Then he starts searching for who he is, who am I. When he says, who am I, then he is in the track of knowing the knowledge of absolute. That's what the 10th chapter of Art of War, Metaphysical Art of War, is about, knowing of the absolute. You see, all the philosophers in the Asian countries and in the Western world were talking about absolutes, working on absolute. That is, from Hegel to Aristotle, Immanuel Kant. Einstein was attracted by Immanuel Kant. You see, his space and time philosophy is based on Immanuel Kant. Because whatever you see in invention is also all have the basis of philosophy. Without that, this tangibility is not possible. Philosophers' way is of love, is of thinking, overthinking. If suppose a scientist says that from here to moon, the distance is this and this, he asks philosophers, is that precise? Then he had to write APVRX on a bracket because it's not precise. But you see, if you read about Einstein, that's why he was not for intellectuality. Because what is intellectuality is memory power. How much you can remember in your memory, that's how intellectuality is defined in the basis. Of course, creativity comes later. So in normal, it is that. That's why Einstein was interested more on imagination. If you can imagine, you can think, you can create. You can get anything in this world. That's what law of attraction says. It has been said by the ancient texts of Vedic philosophy that if you are a part of, undivided part of that whole, whatever you want, you can get it. Whatever you want, you can achieve it. Provided you want it. It may take time. That's how you are a creator of your destiny. Because if it takes time, then you are traveling in the time, framework of time. You are a spiritual being traveling in this material world. Now when you talk about these subjects, it is all about knowing of absolute. Bhagavad Gita is a martial arts legend. There's nothing as in Bhagavad Gita. You will not find this kind of text anywhere in the world where the philosophy is spoken in the midst of arena. That's what I've started with this first chapter. Then I explained subsequently, went on with how body is involved and how those 5 enemies in the body works out with. When I was first teaching martial arts, I made a big emblem where 5 horses are there. One man is riding the horse. And horse is depicting of different senses. And this man is controlling the senses. Mind is there, soul is there, he's totally confused. It's very difficult to control the mind. It's very difficult. I have been struggling throughout my life. I started working from 9th standard on different institutions. I worked for Hotel Oberoi, for Neville Dogs. But I was thinking I'll control the mind, but it's not possible. It's impossible to control the mind. I realized later on I wrote down in my diary that it's impossible to control mind. That's how I was in the track and I started reading and I had my own experiences. Whatever I'm saying, I'm writing is my experiences. I publish books, but now I'm putting on YouTube, I'm giving my knowledge, my awareness. Because rather putting it in an e-book, it takes a lot of time. At times the system doesn't take chapters. At times it asks for chapters. You have to be aware in a different way. So this is a very easy way to give the knowledge, so I'm giving it so. So here, Lord Shri Krishna starts with this talk. He says, that it comes like that, Shri Krishna Vacha, Lord Shri Krishna says, Bhuya eva mahabaho, shrume paramam vachaha, yatte aham priyamanaya, Vakshyami hitakamyaya. Again here to my supreme words, O mighty armed, because you are dear to me. This is being told to Arjuna, who is mighty armed warrior. I shall give you the knowledge higher than explained earlier. Na me viduha surganaha pravo na maharshyaha aham adiri devanam maheshinam cha sarvasaha. Neither demigods nor gods or the great sages, they know about my whereabouts. That's what Lord Krishna says, or my origin. For in every respect, I am the source of demigods and the great sages. Yo mam jamnadicca veti loka maheshwaram asammudha sa maryeshu sarva papeh pramuchyate. Anyone who knows I am unborn as beginningless, as the Supreme Lord of all subtle and gross worlds, he only undeluded, away from the illusions, among men is freed from all sins. Buddhirajnana sammoha kshama satyam damaha samaha sukham dukkham bhavo abhavo bhayam cha abhayame eva cha. All these qualities in human are created by me. That's what Lord Krishna says. Intelligence, knowledge, freedom from doubt and delusion, forgiveness, truthfulness, control of senses, control of mind, happiness and distress, birth, death, fear, non-fear, non-violence, equanimity, satisfaction, austerity, charity, fame and infaming. All these various qualities of living beings are created by me alone, so said Lord Krishna. Once Swami Vivekananda at his childhood went to Ramakrishna Paramahansa, and Ramakrishna Paramahansa he caught him and said, "Oh, Rishis from Saptarishi Mandal, you have come into this earth to take illusion from the people." And Swami Vivekananda was a child. He said, "Oh, this mad Brahmin, I am the son of Vishnu," and his father was a lawyer. And he ran away to his home. But later on when he grew, he understood. Swami Vivekananda was believed to be a rishi from 7 great sages, which travel in the space always. Till the end of this era, this yuga is Kali Yuga, they will remain. That's why Swami Vivekananda has written and done a good job on making people aware about the inner realms, about knowing of man's eternal quest. Swami Vivekananda even predicted about coming of Paramahansa Yogananda, the author of Autobiography of a Yogi, at the end of the century, that is 18th century. Once there was a boy named Charles Dickens. He was drowning in water. He was saved by a rishi, he saw a light in the midst of the Swamiji. He said, "Son, I don't like to see you in the water." Thrice the sound said, and that boy was saved. And when Swami Vivekananda went for his historical speech, this boy told to his mother, "He's the man, mother, I saw when I was drowning and I was saved." And both mother and son wanted to prostrate to Swamiji, but Swamiji told him, "Your Guru will come. I'm not your Guru." And his Guru, he thought Swamiji had just saved. And he said, Swamiji said, "Your Guru will come with a silver cup." And years passed. It was 18th century was finished. It was 19th century. Paramahansa Yoganandaji came. He got initiated from Paramahansa Yoganandaji. One fine day when Paramahansa Yoganandaji was coming from India, he brought that silver cup for him. And he cried. Then he realized that what was predicted by Swamiji was right. Because these rishis, they transcend third eye and transcend mind and matter, they can see the things which should be happening. That's why this 10th chapter is totally about knowledge of absolute. Krishna explains about the mystic powers which is there. Anyone you follow, Krishna or any other power, you get all those qualities of that being. That's how then he explains how I've explained or given this knowledge to past receives Manu and all. The sloka goes here with Maharsha Sapta Purve Chatvaru Manvastatha Madbhava Manasa Jata Yesham Loka Imaha Prajaha. The 7 great sages and before them the 4 great sages and the Manu, the progenitors of mankind, are materialized from my mind, so says Krishna. And all living beings descend from them in all gross and subtle words. Etam vibhutim yogam cha mamam yah veti tattvata sa avikampena yogena yujyatena atra sansaya. One who is factually convinced of this opulence and mystique power of mind engages in yoga, cause it has one-pointedness and purity. Aham sarvasya prabho matta sarva pravartate iti matva vayante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. I am the source of all generations. From me everything emanates. Thus knowing, the learned one become devoted with feelings of great warmth. Mat-chitta madgat prana bodhayanta parasparam katyantyascha mam nityam tushyanti charamanti cha. Their minds fully engaged in me, their lives devoted to me, preaching, talking, always about me. They become satisfied by enjoying such transcendental bliss. Actually, it happens so when you follow any personality, like when I was learning yoga at Mumbai, I had a teacher known as, his name was Dilip Vakchore, and another teacher, Alkartai. When we were practicing besides KC College, there was one road named as Insavacha Road. It was a big hall. We used to practice yoga there. I was so engrossed with those talks. I used to leave him at different station at Victoria Terminal and come back from there talking with him and talking about, intoxicated with the talk, and then again catch a train from Churchgate and go to Virar. So I was totally mad. I didn't know about time. So Krishna says, these people, these intelligent ones, they are totally engaged in me. Their mind, they live preaching, talking always about me. Definitely, they have to go to the Dhamma, the Loka of Krishna. That's how the transcendation happens. Thank you. Such guide, a guru or a master or a personality, actually calls you when you are ready. There was a man named as Ghateji. His name was later on given as Swami Chakraji. I went to meet him. He was an aeronautical engineer, and one day he felt a call from Himalayas so intense that he left his house and went to towards the Himalayas and took a train. And someone came and he gave a ticket also to him, and he was inside the train, and he got down. Somehow he reached at Kathgodam, the foothills of Himalayas, and from there, with the people coming, he went to Himalayas. He crossed Pithoragarh and he crossed to Manapas. He was overpowered by snowfall, and he was taken away to Mansarovar. This was a Tibet. He was not aware, actually something was calling him at Himalayas. And then when he reached at the cave, falling on the snow, and he saw a man standing in front of him was around, sitting height was around 15 feet. He has long nails, and he just half opened his eyes, and this Ghataji went in a trance, and he was there for 6 months. Such a being, such immense opulence, light was coming from him. And when his time was over, his master told him, "Now you have to go and live with your own family. You become like a householder." He was crying. He lost the touch with the language also, staying for 6 months in the cave. And he came to, his ticket was given to him somehow, and he came to Mumbai. So these masters can send telepathic messages. They don't need modern inventions. They go beyond all these things. So that's how the personality, the great people call you. And then you follow them. As and when you are ready for it, and your quest, eternal quest starts. So the slokas about the knowing of Absolute say so. Tesam sadatayuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena ma puyanti te. To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, Krishna says, I give the intellect by which they come to me. No, there's nothing, no telegram, nothing, just a telepathy. He's a master, he can give you intellect and you are attracted towards us. Like I give an explanation of Ghataji. Tesham evan anukampartham aham jnanajam tamaha nasyatyam atmabhavasto jnanadipena bhasvata. For them to show special mercy, I remove the darkness from their inner beings with the lamp glowing of knowledge. Arjuna Vacha, now Arjuna says, Parabrahma Paramam Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Shashvatam Divyam Adidevam Ajam Vibhum. You are beyond Brahma, the ultimate abode, the purest, the ultimate truth, says Arjuna. Austvam Rashya Sarve Devarshir Narastatha Asito Devalo Vyasa Swayam Cha Eva Bravishime. You are the origin person, the unborn. All the great sages as Narada, Asita, Devala and Vyasa confirm this truth about you, and now you yourself are declaring it to me, so says Arjuna. Thank you. Not even siddhas, perfected beings, or nathas can understand every individual's life or know about him, because every individual is part of that infinite. So you have all the things in your infinite. Only because we have enshroudings due to the time frame, we have asked for everything. Because suppose you want everything of the world, you will get all those things. But then you're time bound. In due course of time you will get. Because everything has its own way of moving in accordance. And its whole nature is in harmony with everything. So it takes time. That's why every Krishna says here, he is beyond knowledge because he has crossed mind and matter. I being a small light, a small being, when once I stayed at Siddha's place, there is one place at Mumbai, at Vajreshwari. I was staying there for sometime a week or more than a week also, month also. Once a light stood, I did some seva there and I was relaxing. A full light round stood in front of me. And light wanted to speak to me. I bowed with my hand to light and said, no, this is not my path. I have a different path, although I am here, I have come here. Because I respect every master. But my path is different. Then the light vanished away. So this thing happened in this way. So every being, every religion, every philosophy is to be respected. Anyone who has crossed the third eye, they're great people. And you can follow, you can get good qualities from them. Now Arjuna is saying, Sarvam etat tam manye yanmam vadasi kesava. nahi te bhagwan vyaktim vidurteva nadanava. I totally accept as truth all that you have told to me, O Krishna. Neither the demigods or the demons, O Lord, can understand your personality. Swayam evatmanatmanam vetat tvam purushottama bhutbhavan bhutesha deva deva jagatpate. O highest among the beings, you alone know yourself by your own internal potency. Vaktur mahasya sheshena divya hyatma vibhutaya yavir vibhuti virlokan nimans tvam vyapatistasi. Please tell me in detail your divine opulences by which you pervade on all these subtle and gross worlds. What we see is this worlds. Katham vidhyam aham yogis tvam sada parichintayan kesu kesu cha bhaveshu chintyo asi bhagwan maya. How shall I know you, O yogi, so that I can always think of you? What other different forms I can remember of you, O Lord? That's why I told my experiences when I was talking and walking with my yoga master, because you constantly be indulged with this, so it reflects in your brain and mind, and then you meditate, your mind becomes more pure. So the Krishna says, tell me, O yogi, how may I know your different forms? I can remember you, O Lord. Thanks. As I said, when I was practicing yogic Ashtanga yoga, there was a female teacher, Alkatai, with whom I used to interact for a long time. I used to practice for 4 or 5 hours, and there was a student known as Vedak. He was coming there and he was sitting beside us. So we used to talk about different subjects. I used to meet Dr. Ram Bhosle. I told Alkatai was a female, to go to Ram Bhosle and learn from him about massage. He was a world famous masher. When Michael Tambet from Australia came to India, after Michael Tambet was a marketing manager at New York, he was unhappy with the job and he left the job and went to Ohio to learn massage. And then they told that the king and main man is in India. So he came here and we took him to Dr. Ram Bhosle. And we were every day sitting and talking on the philosophy. This man was getting so attracted. One day I came and he was telling that, Alkatai, what is that man? When I listen to those talks, I do yoga much better. Same way when Arjuna is telling to Krishna, when I listen to about your talks, about your pastimes, about what you are saying, I'm totally intoxicated with that. I don't remember the world. Actually, the world is moved away. In fact, you transcend. It looks like grossly, but it happens grossly and subtly both. That's why Arjuna says, Vistarenatmano yogam vibhutim cha janardana puya kathya traptirhir shrunvato nastin me amritam. O Janardana, again please describe in detail the mystique power of your words, of your opulences. I am never satiated in knowing about you. More near, more I want, more I am near and listen to your talks, and more I want for my satisfaction, more I want the nectar from you. Sri Krishna Vacha, Lord Krishna says, Antame Gathishyami Divya Hyatma Vibhutaya Pradhanyata Guru Sreshta Nastyanto Vistarashit Me. Yes, unto you I will tell my opulences, O highest in Kuru dynasty. But the main ones, cause I'll tell you the main ones because there is no end to the description of my opulences. In Sanskrit they say vibhutis. Aham Atma Gudakesa Sarvabhutasya Sthitha Aham Adischa Madhyam Cha Bhutanam Anta Eva Cha. I am the super soul, O Arjun, seated in the hearts of all living beings. I am the beginning, the middle, and the end of all beings, O Arjuna. Adityanam aham Vishnu, Jyotisham Ravirashnusman, Marichir Marutam Asmi, Nakshatranam aham Sashi. Of the Adityas I am Vishnu, of lights I am radiant sun, of the Maruts I am Marichi, and among the stars I am the moon, so said Lord Krishna. Thank you. Samaveda and other Vedas, specifically Samaveda, you see those Richayanas, actually they are living entity. Because when you write something, in fact you are putting your thoughts into that in writing. Your body is a result of thoughts. So happens with the writings. When anybody changes some writers from English to Hindi or Hindi to English, there is subtle loss in the writings. So when you read Samveda, the Richayas, the stanzas there, they are lively, they speak. I had that feeling, that experience when I was at Neville Dogs. I was reading the Samveda and I felt that Richaya spoke to me. And I've told this in other videos of mine. Now here, Krishna says, Vedanam Samavedo Asmi, Devanam Asmi Vasava, Indriyanam Manascha Asmi, Bhutanam Asmi Chetanam. Of the Vedas I am Samaveda, of the gods I am Vasav, of the senses I am mind, and among all beings I am consciousness. Rudranam Sankarascha Vittesho Yaksharaksham, of Vasunam Pavakascha Meru Sikiranam Maham. Of all the Rudras I am Lord Shiva. Of the Yakshas and Rakshasas I am the Lord of wealth. Of the Vasus I am fire, and of mountains I am Meru. Purodasam cha mukhyam mam vidhi partha brahaspatim, senainam aham skanda sarasam asmi sagara. Of the priest, know me as the chief Brahaspati. Of generals I am Kartikeya. Of water I am the ocean. Mahershinam Pragur Aham Giram Asmekya Aksharam Yagyanam Jabayagyo Asmi Sthavranam Himalaya. Among the great sages I am Bhrigu. Of vibrations I am Om, the sound, the primordial sound Om. Of the sacrifices I am the chanting of holy names, and of immovable things I am the Himalayas. This holy sound Om, or primordial sound, now recently NASA scientists have given this sounds. They heard the same sound at planet Sun, which has been given in many Google sites. You can check about it. Thank you. These experiences where you see Krishna says, I am highest among the highest, I am the consciousness in the beings. Any entity, any undivided part of the whole, like Mansoor, there was a Sufi saint named as Mansoor. When he went to that state, he says, Man Khudayam, I am that. And the conditioned people of Islam couldn't understand that. They said, oh Master, you're saying wrong. He said, okay, if I'm wrong, you attack me. And they attack his legs and hands with swords. Their legs and hands were cut. Because in that state, he was one with infinite. That was the state of Mansoor Bastami. There were many masters coming from different parts of the world. One who practices for knowing eternal quest, and that Lord is same for everyone. Like Master Bruce Lee said, under the roof of one Lord, all beings are same. We are all same. So if you practice that, and then when you feel it, then you become one with that consciousness, you will say, I am that. Maybe the conditioned people from different walk, they would like it. But it happens. Krishna says, Asvattha sarva vrakshanam devarshinam cha naradaha gandharvanam chitratha siddhanam kapilogniya. Of all trees I am banyan tree. Among godly saints I am Narada. Of the Gandharvas I am Chitratha. And among accomplished beings, that is Siddhas, I am Kapila. Uchchaya Shravasmasva Ashvanam Vidhim Mamudot Bhavam Airavatam Gajendranam Naranam Chanaradipatim. Of horses know me to be Uchchaya Shrava, produced during the churning of the ocean of nectar. Of lordly elephants, I am Airavat, and among men, I am the monarch. Ayudhanam aham vajram, dhenunam asmi kamado, prajanascha asmi kandarpaha, sarpanam asmi vasukiha. Of weapons, I am thunderbolt. Among cows, I am the cow which gives any time. Of causes for procreation, I am Kandarpa, and of serpents, I am Vasuki. Anantascha asmi naganam, varno yadsamaham, pitranam aryamam cha asmi, yamah Sayyamatamaham. Of the many hooded Nagas, I am Ananta. Among aquatics, I am Varun. Of departed ancestors, I am Aryama. Among the dispensers of law, I am Yama. Thank you. Demonic powers exist in the world. Negative powers, every part, wherever you see. But this is what we have to transcend with our good qualities, meditation. This happens when Prahlada, devotee of Lord Brahma, was meditating on him. And demonic powers didn't want him to do so. So they sent their sister, known as Holika. She had power, so that she had a kind of shawl which she covers herself, she won't get ablaze in the fire. She took Prahlada on her lap and wanted him to get ablaze in the fire. It happened reverse. Prahlada was saved and she was burned. So Lord helps His devotees in innumerable ways. These negative things exist. It happens with everybody, it happened with me, it happened with all beings. So we all have to remove that, forget that, and go towards the righteousness. So Krishna says, Prahladascha asmi daityanam kala kalyatam aham raganam cha magendroham vanateyascha pakshinam. Among the demons, I am the devotee Prahlada. Among the varying time principles, I am time. Among beasts, I am lion. Among birds, I am Garuda. Pavanaha pavatam asmi Ramaha sastra bhatam aham chashanam makarascha asmi strota sam asmi jahnavi. Of purifiers, I am the wind. Among weapons-bearing personalities, I am Lord Rama. Among fish, I am crocodile, and of flowing rivers, I am Ganges. Sarganam Adyantascha Madhyam Cha Evam Evaham Arjuna Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam Vada Pravadata Maham. Of all creations, I am beginning and the end, and also the middle, O Arjuna. Of all sciences, I am the metaphysical science of self. And among logicians, I am the conclusive truth. Aksharanam akaro asmi dvanda samasikasya cha aham evaksha kalo dhata ham vishvato mukha. Of letters, I am A, and among compound words, I am the dual compound. I am in exhaustible time, and of creators, I am Brahma. These experiences of Mansoor or other masters who travel beyond mind are unique. They take you to a state where all religions become same. Like it's on the platform of meditation. When you go inside, when you see the light inside, what is your religion? When you hear the sound inside, your religion is humanity. I had a friend named Feroz. He was staying at Bhajipala Street, Mumbai. He joined Burani College and he took philosophy as a subject. He was quite senior to me at that time. I was practicing martial arts, and martial arts gave me a lot. Bruce Lee is my hero. And because of Bruce Lee, I went to study all the philosophy, and I have studied Vedas, Upanishad, and everything. His movie Enter the Dragon was a monarch, a legend. I saw that movie and now it's still here, and I ran from that place to Navy Kulava. From there, such was an energy in that movie. This friend of mine named as Feroz, he at Burani College, he studied philosophy. His thought was changed. He talked with the people at that place, Bhajipala Street, BOND, and they were all Muslims. He talked with them. He said to them about philosophy that it is meditation and all. They didn't agree to him. He ran. They wanted to kill him. He came to my house and stayed. He said, I want you to change the religion. I told him, why? You remain in that, yet don't be of that. But after some days, I met him and his name was changed. He became Williams. But he was very nice, because if you read the philosophy and you testify yourself in meditation, then all beings the same. It is in the meditation where you understand what happens and how it happens. Then love flows. In fact, love overflows. Like now, I'm giving my experiences here. People are hearing fine, they are not hearing fine. This whole area, these walls, these trees, this whole Uttarakhand, the trees are becoming more vibrant. They are listening to me, the love is flowing. So nothing is needed if you are aware. You entwine with that infinite. That's what is the religion of humanity. Krishna says, Mritya sarva haraschaham Udbhavascha bhashvitam bhavishyatam Kirtya srirvakcha narinam Smatir medha dhratir kshaman. Death which removes all that. He says, I am the death which removes all that. I am generating principle of all that is yet to be or yet to come or yet to happen. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. Bradsam tathasam nam Gayatri chandrasamham Masanam margashirsho aham Ritunam kusumakara. Of the hymns in the Sam Veda, I am the Brahat Sama, and of poetry I am Gayatri. Of months I am Margshirsa, that is on November and December. Of the seasons I am flower-bearing spring. Hyutam Chalayatam Asmi Tejasvinam Ham Jayo Asmi Vyavasayo Asmi Sattvam Sattvatam Ham. I am also the gambling of the chiefs and the splendid I am the splendor. I am victory, I am adventure, and I am the strength of the strong. Rashni Nam Vasudevo Asmi Pandva Nam Dhananjaya Muni Nam Abhyam Vyasa Kavi Nam Ushna Kaviha. Of the descendants of Rishni, I am Vasudeva. Of Pandava, I am Arjuna. Of the sages, I am Vyasa. Among thinkers, I am Usana. Thank you. As I told last time, the experience of my friend Feroz. My friend Feroz, when he read philosophy, he started inquiring. When you see the vast panorama of sea and you see the stars in the sky, and he started analyzing in the way of a thinker, Aristotle, or Heraclitus, Parmenides, or Adi Shankaracharya, and all these philosophers. Then his thought changes. He didn't want to be a conditioned man to one way of thinking. He wanted to be a free man, and free man's world is meditation. The platform is meditation. That's how it grows. That's how in Pennsylvania, in America, they have accepted Swami Ram's institute, wherein Swami Ram had made a setup where you put deductors at the sides of your head, and he will tell you what is the state of your meditation. Americans have accepted it, and that's how I see the growth of America. Of course, there are negatives also there, but the positive also there. So it grows. Negatives will eventually finish, and positive will take over. That's why Krishna says now, Dando Damitam Asmi Nitir Asmi Jigishatam Maunam Chaiva Asmi Guhyanam Jnanam Jnanvatam Ham. Among all means of suppressing lawlessness, I am punishment. And of those who seek victory, I am morality. Secret things, I am silence. And of the wise, I am wisdom. Yaccha visarvabhutanam bijam tadaham arjuna na tadasti vinayaktasyanmaya bhutam characharam. I am the generating seed of all existences. O Arjuna, there is no being moving or non-moving that can exist without me. Nanto asti mam divyanam vibhuti nam parantapa esha tu deshtaha bhokto vibhuter vistaro maya. There is no end to my divine manifestation, O conqueror of enemies. Arjuna, what I have narrated to you is but a mere indication of my infinite manifestations. Yadhyad vibhutim tatsatvam srimad urjitameva va tattedava vavagachatvam mam tejo asambhavam. Know that all beautiful and glorious creation springs from but a spark of my splendor. Atva bhavne tena kim gyate tav arjuna vistabhya aham idam katasname kamshena sito jagat. But what need is there, O Arjuna, for all this detailed knowing? With a single fragment of my being, I pervade and support this entire cosmos, O Arjuna. So says Krishna. Thank you.